Hi there, friends. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Jan. I messed up on my Facebook video, so I got to redo that. So hang in there. Thanks for joining me. You'll need a chair and a set of weights this morning. I went live on my main Facebook page. I don't want to do that. I'm live on the Fit Together page only and on YouTube. So only people that subscribe and see me there. I don't want to be visible to the whole world here. I only want to do this class for you guys. All right. I think I got it this time. Hopefully that's good for Fit Together. Let's see who pops up here. Okay. Welcome. Thank you, Debbie and Jan, for posting something so I know that who's here. I love that. It makes it really a lot nicer for me. Debbie, don't worry about not making it to walking group. We had to cut it short this morning. So okay. Good. All right. If you're on YouTube, you can watch this. If you have a smart TV, you can watch it on your big TV. Some of you are using your laptops, and that's fine too. On Facebook, you can only watch it on your laptop or phone. Good morning, Bev. Good morning. All right. We're going to get started in about 1 or 2 minutes here. Make sure you have your chairs ready to go, and don't mind our mess. We're kind of this is where I got to set up. It just works out. Karina has put the dog away, and she's gone down to the basement to read. So I got a kind of a quiet house right now. Like I said, the walking group, we went at 8:30, and we walked until a little after 9, and then we had to call it quits. But it was a great time. Got in about 1.5 miles. So some of those people might jump on here too. All right. Go ahead and type in a message if you're here on Facebook or on the YouTube so I know who's here. And we're going to go ahead and get started. It is 10:15 by my clock. I'm just going to do a quick check, make sure you can see me. You guys on YouTube will want to see my feet a little better probably. That's better. And I think Facebook, you guys can see me. Oh, good morning, Mom. All right. Okay, you guys know for my class, I'll do something standing, something sitting. Do what you can. Every day is going to be a little bit different. If you need to stay seated for all the exercises, just do the best you can from the chair. And try to mimic my exercise from the chair. But if you can do it standing, that's preferable for most of these exercises. You will need a small set of weights today. If you don't have any, it's fine. You can still do the movements without any weight. And you need a sturdy chair and preferably have shoes on. I know lately I've been teaching without any shoes on, so but today I've got my nice sturdy shoes, so we should be good to go. All right, let's get started. So standing next to your chair or seated if you need to be, let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down, and we're just kind of holding that little bit of tension between the shoulder blades. That helps us keep our posture. You want to have loose knees so that you're not locking them, okay? We're going to start with our warm-up with our head turns, looking side to side, looking over your shoulder. Maybe one side is a little tighter and doesn't quite go as far as the other, and that's okay. That's why we do the exercises. As we're doing this, make sure those shoulders stay down. You don't want them hiking up close to your ears. All right, looking straight ahead, we're going to tilt the ear to the shoulder. This is one of the best ones for me. I get a little crunchies out. All right, and looking straight ahead, let's do chin down and chin up towards the ceiling. don't have any music going, but the wind was pretty loud a little bit ago, and now it's kind of softened up a little bit. But wow, that wind makes it loud in here. And looking straight ahead, let's roll those shoulders back. Feel free to play your own music as we go. If you want to have some soft in the background, that's totally fine. As long as you can hear me and see me, that's the main thing. And one more, and other direction. Yeah, see a few more people popping on here. Good morning. Good morning, Kim. I see your name pop up there. All right, taking those arms wide. Let's start with small circles. And gradually getting bigger. And yes, my walking group this morning did get rained out a little bit, but we did get about 1.5 miles in of walking, so that was nice. All right, and other direction, start small. And gradually getting bigger. Make sure those knees still aren't locked. You can bob them a little bit if you need to. And let's relax those arms down. Take the hands to the shoulders. We're going to press the elbows forward and press them back. This is just kind of opening that chest and stretching the upper back. This is a great stretch to do if you've been sitting at the computer a lot or doing a lot of baking, a lot of kitchen work. Get those muscles kind of stretched out. Elbows don't have to touch. And last one back. Excellent. Shake those arms out. Since we're going to be doing some weights today, let's do a little bit of wrist warm up. So inward circles. Nice steady breathing. And outward circles. And you can do a little finger squeezes here if you want to. Looks like chair yoga got canceled today. It was supposed to be 9:30 to 10:15. Let's do our torso rotation. So draw that belly button in, keep that low back flat. We're just hinging forward, side, back, and side. It looks like the sun is peeking out now, but it's a little blustery, and the wind was coming in, or the rain was coming in a little bit sideways in the tent. So I'm guessing David probably wanted to cancel that class. Other direction. Being cautious as you do this to protect that low back. You shouldn't feel any strain there or in any of the directions for that matter. So just kind of pay attention to how your body feels and skip any direction that doesn't feel great. And then standing nice and tall. Okay, you've got your chair here to hold on to. Of course, you can do these seated if you need to. The knee hinges. We're just bringing that outside leg up, knee up to about hip height. We're flexing that foot forward, hinging the knee. That foot stays flexed. You feel that stretch across the back side of that knee and the hamstring, even the calf muscle. Maybe even on down towards your Achilles on the bottom of your foot. You might feel that stretch. I do. And last one, relax down. Go to the other side, so we're not putting too much strain on that one leg all at once. Outside leg comes up, pushing that heel forward. Some of you I know like to practice your balance here. That's fine. And relax. All right, back to the other side for our full leg swings. So this motion is from the hip, but you want to make sure you're not leaning on the chair. Okay, so stay nice and tall here, and a little bend in that base leg and a little bend in this leg that you're going to swing, sweeping it forward and back. You can cross your body a little bit. That's okay. That hip joint is a ball and socket, so it moves in multiple directions. So however you want to swing that leg to kind of loosen that up is fine with me. And relax. To the other side. This one is hard to do sitting, so if you can do it standing, that's best. I think we're in for some rain for the next 24 hours, but hopefully that'll move on through and then we can have a nice weekend again. All right, relax that leg. Let's do our ankles. We'll do point and flex. Definitely can do this one from the chair if you need to. And drawing those circles. Pretend like that big toe is a pencil. Drawing a big circle. And other direction. I've already done these warm-up exercises once for walking group today. You wouldn't think I'd be so stiff. You can still feel the benefit from doing these again. You can never overdo these exercises. These are great for your range of motion. Drawing that circle. Oh, you probably heard that on the video. It was a crack in my ankle. Woo. All right, other direction, same foot. Make sure you're not locking that base leg knee. All right, give those legs a shake. All right, we're going to stand behind our chair and do our step reaches for a little more range of motion here. Outside arm and leg, or same side, I should say. Reach. We're stretching here. Hand comes down, so you can hold onto that chair to steady yourself if you need to in between. Reaching those arms and legs away from each other, getting that separation from the ribs and the top of the hips. Keep with that nice steady breathing, making sure you're not holding your breath. Especially when things get challenging, we tend to hold our breath, and that's not good for us. One more each side. Reach and reach. All right, we're going to do that tightrope. Push this to the front of our exercises today. So standing next to your chair, you have the outside leg furthest from the chair is going to be in the front. The leg closest to the chair is going to be behind, and you want that back leg, the toes, to be touching that heel. Okay, you need to have a little bit of space between you and the chair here. Okay, we start with the knee up, bring that back leg up to hip height, take it right back to that toe to heel position. Plant that foot, get that equal weight going here, and then push up to hip height and take it back down. When you're ready, you can add in that arm tap. So the outside arm comes around, tap the knee, one nice fluid motion. If you don't have to hold on to the chair, that's fine. Just helps as a steadying point. Since this is on YouTube as well, you will be able to go back and watch this video. Last one here. Good, nice control. You're using all kinds of muscles there. And your brain for the coordination. All right, same thing on the other side. So this time, the outside leg is in front, the leg closest to the chair is in back. Okay, and we're just going to start with that back leg, lifting up, coming up inside and up to hip height. Plant it right back behind that foot. Bring it up, balance when you need to, take it right back, add in that arm when you're ready. Big full swing, unless that shoulder doesn't allow for that. And you can just bring that hand across if you need to. I know those shoulders are sometimes cranky, so do the best you can. Trying to look at both cameras and smile once in a while. It's hard. Hope you guys don't blow away out there today. Protect your eyes if you go outside. All right, last one here. Plant it right back, heel to toe. Very good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and sit in the chair for our next exercises. You'll wanna have your weights. We're gonna do a series of some combination exercises. Some of them we might repeat if we have time, which I think we're doing pretty well on time. Main thing is, as you're sitting here, you want to have that good posture. Now, for most of those, aside from our ab sit backs and our single knee raises, you'll need to be sitting for those. But some of these you can be standing, and if that's more comfortable for you, absolutely do that, okay? But whether you're standing or sitting, you want those shoulders back and down. If they're rounded forward, you're not going to get as good of a workout, and you're going to actually work out those muscles in a wrong way. So roll those shoulders back and down. You're sitting up tall, away from the back of the chair if you can, under hand grip, curling up, ease it down. Now remember, my rule is same amount of time on the way down as you took on the way up. You want to have that control so that those weights don't just kerplunk down. That's hard on your joints. And you get some benefit from going slow on the way down, resisting. Exhale. Try to get one nice exhale in with each repetition. That also helps you slow down a bit so you don't go so fast. Fast is not important here. And remember, keeping that belly button in. That helps you keep that posture as well. Helps you keep everything engaged properly. Let's do two more here. Curl up, ease it down. And ease it down. Okay. From here, we're going to do some front raises, or some serve up the brownie. So we'll be at 90 degrees. We still have that underhand grip. We're going to reach up and squeeze it in. Reach up, no higher than shoulder height. And if you can just do a little bit, that's okay. Serving up that platter, take it back. Whatever your vice is. If maybe it's donuts, maybe it's brownies, cupcakes. For me, it's potato chips. A bag of potato chips never lasts too long around me. Ooh, let's get two more. Reach and pull back. Excellent job. All right, we're going to put one weight down, and we're going to do those abdominal sit backs, and we're going to row with each one. So it's important, we want to keep that low back protected. So we keep everything engaged in the core for this. We're just going to lean back. Maybe you tap the top of that chair, but you don't have to. I'm kind of bracing here, and I'm going to row to the side, bring that back up to center, and row to the side. As I come up, I'm going to push that weight overhead. So bring the weight down, curl back, row, row, and come up and lift overhead. If any portion of this doesn't feel good to you, you can skip it. Like if the rows hurt your torso, you can skip those and just kind of hold here. It's kind of like doing a sitting plank. Kind of curling back here, tuck that belly button in. As you come up, you're reaching overhead with that weight, and maybe the shoulders don't allow for that. Just do the best you can. Maybe it's right here. That's okay. Nice steady breathing, making sure you're not holding your breath. I know you guys are all doing a great job with this. It's not the first time we've done this move. And I've been doing it in my outdoor class that I've been teaching on Mondays. Yesterday I had a very full class. Thank you for all who came to that. That was good. It's nice to see everybody's faces in person. Last one here, curling back, row, row. If this is too much for the shoulders, you can even put the weights down at any time during our exercises. All right, we're gonna do some wood chops with one weight. Okay, so both hands on the side of that weight. If you've got a bottle of water or whatever, you can do the same thing here. Okay, just want to make sure you're drawing that belly button in, activating here. We're kind of rotating. We're going to reach down here to the side and then take that weight and reach up across to the other side. Call this wood chop. Makes me think of when we go out and chop wood when I was a kid. I never wielded the axe though. That was either my dad or my brother. I just always had to pick up the little pieces they left behind and load them into the truck. I didn't know it then, but that was a good workout. All right, we got one more on this side. And bring that weight back in. Okay, what you do to one side, you do to the other. So let's take it down to the other side and then reach across. Keep that core activated. So as you kind of do that rotation, you're protecting that back. Nice, steady breathing. You have the control of that weight. If it's too much, set it down and just do the arm movements. And last one here. And back to center. Excellent. All right. I got to look at my cheat sheet here. All right, we're going to do a tricep press with that one weight. Now, some of you, this might be a little problematic. So if you want to do the kickbacks that you're used to doing in the class, you can feel free to do like 10 on each side there. Otherwise, we're going to take that weight, both hands gripping the end, and we want our elbows close to our ears, sitting up tall. So you don't want to be scrunched. Sit up nice and tall. Relax those shoulders down. We're pressing that weight straight up. This is a difficult one to do. The elbows, they get, your arms get tired and the elbows want to flail out. So keep those elbows in close to your face. Sure, you're not arching that low back. Sometimes when it's weak, you arch that low back to do the work. To help get the momentum. Last one here. And relax. Woo! All right. Next, we're going to do some single knee raises. So you're still towards the front of that chair. And with this one, we're going to hold the weight right here at our chest. It's going to stay right here about where your collarbone is. Okay, just make sure it's not resting on your throat, I guess. We'll do a little tilt back. I'm going to turn sideways a little bit so you can see. I'm not resting here. If you need to, by all means, you can. You're drawing your belly button in, and you're just going to raise a knee, tap down, and other knee. So really, your whole foot's not landing. You're just tapping. You're on your tiptoes still, if you can. You're engaging those lower abdominals one at a time here. Get that good breathing going. Good morning, Mickey. Good steady breathing here. The good thing about this is I'm videoing it and you can go back and watch this later. And some of you are thinking, I'm not doing that again. Oh my goodness. Woo! Let's get one more on each side, starting here. And relax. Woo! That was tough. Good job. All right. Next, we're going to set our weights down. We're just going to do our clamshells. I know everybody hates this. If you have a band, you could wrap that around here like we do in class. I'm just going to do without. So my feet are together. Make sure you guys can all see my feet. Knees are together. I'm just going to put my hands on my hips. I'm just going to press those knees out, trying to keep my feet down on the floor. This is a flexibility thing, and you might feel it in the outer hips. See, my toes are wanting to come apart. Smile when you do these exercises. I'm not very good at smiling. I'm usually gritting my teeth. Keep breathing. And last one here. Excellent. All right, we're gonna do our step outs. I gotta get my weights out of the way. So same thing, no weights being used here. Those of you that have a band and know how to use it for this exercise, you can. Sitting up tall, you wanna keep your hips and shoulders facing me, okay? You don't want to swivel in your seat, okay? We're just stepping out to the side and step it back in. Now the other leg. And to the other way. I'm doing some hip work today. So if this is bothersome, you don't have to go as far as I do. If you're just going a little bit, that's fine. We're just doing 2 each way. But remember, no slumping as you do it. Sit up tall. And try not to swivel in your seat. Two more on each side. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, excellent. All right, I'm going to have you do a little bit of balance work. So we're going to go ahead and stand. Good, we have just the right amount of time, it looks like. I'm going to have you do a few hip circles. I know it's kind of like we just did those sitting, but I want you to try them standing. We're just going to do 4 backward and 4 forward. How high you get that knee is up to you. Make sure your base leg is not locked. We're just doing up and around, tap. Up and around, tap. Last one. And then same thing going the other direction. So we're taking it back first, up and around, like you're stepping over a fence. Last one. Excellent. All right. Same thing, other side. Up and around and tap. Get that little tap in there so you kind of reset yourself so you don't fall over. Last one. And then backward. Make sure you're not locking that knee. I was just doing that. Sorry. Do as I say, not as I do. Stepping over that fence. Great job. All right, back to the other side. We're going to do a one-leg balance. Whew, I'm sweaty. It got humid out there today, for sure. All right. So there's a number of ways you can do this. Those of you who are used to yoga and want to do like a tree pose, you can. If you want to just bring that knee up and hold it, you can. Remember, you got your chair here to hold on to. Go ahead and do that now. Get your leg positioned. Remember the balanced leg. You don't want to be locked. That's going to make you unbalanced. And you activate your core, and if you have good posture, you should be able to kind of lock that in and hold that position, but not hold your breath. If you're feeling good, you can raise one arm or both. Tap that foot down when you need to. Reset yourself. Ease it on down. Excellent. Whew, that is tough. Same thing, other side, especially on carpet. I feel like that's a little bit more challenging. So same thing here. You can do that tree pose if you want. Just remember, you don't want to place your foot on your knee. Okay, so either above or below, and you can do your balance point there. Or you can just bring that knee up straight ahead, about hip height if you can. Get yourself set. Relax those shoulders. Check the knee. Activate the core. If you're feeling good, maybe raise an arm up. You feel really good. Get them both up there. Always tap that toe down if you need to steady yourself and bring it back up. I can just see you all doing this at home perfectly. All right, and ease it down. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and do our cool down stretches. You can do these all sitting if you need to. We're just going to bring one arm across. Stretch that shoulder. Let's do our finger walking here. Keep those knuckles loose. Every finger to the thumb, marching it. And even some wrist rotations if you need to. All right, other side. Bring that arm across. Now remember, we're not bringing it up nice and high. We keep it low. Get the stretch in that shoulder first before you worry about your hand or your finger walking. Get those wrist rotations in if that feels good to you. We want to hit every joint today. All right, we're going to do our side stretch. Again, you can do this one in the chair. Feet are about hip width apart. I'm just going to reach right overhead. You don't want to be angled forward. So get those shoulders back. You're reaching right over the top of your head. Keeping both feet down on the ground. Hips are neutral. You're getting that stretch between the rib cage and the top of the hip. Nice exhale here. And release. Other side. Reaching right overhead. All these stretches, I always feel them more on one side than the other, and it's different for each stretch. So no worries if one side is a little more cranky than the other, you'll have that. Let's round forward here. You're rounding that spine. You're separating the shoulder blades and kind of reaching those hands forward. Tucking the hips under. Remember not to hold your breath. Big deep breath here. And exhale. And then we're going to open up that chest. You're pressing your thumbs down and back here. Palms are pushing behind your body. Opening up that chest, even lifting your chin and relaxing the shoulders down to get the front of your neck nice and stretched out. Bet you didn't even know that stretch needed to take place. We need to stretch these neck muscles. That will help your back as well. All right, let's go ahead and have a seat in the chair. This is one of my favorite stretches, but it doesn't work for everybody, so do what you can. You're sitting on the edge of the chair. You're going to drop one leg down, especially if you do a lot of walking. This exercise is very good. You can hold onto the chair. Just make sure you're not leaning. You want to stay nice and tall. Draw the belly button in. You can even place your hand in the small of your back so that you don't arch that low back. And you're just going to shimmy those toes back as far as you want. Now this stretch, you're going to feel from the top of your hip bone, down the quad muscles, and then maybe even down on the knee. You might feel this a little bit. Get that stretched out. And release. Go ahead and slide on over to the other side. Same thing. Get yourself in position first. Draw that belly button in. You guys always tease me in class. You're so nosy about our belly button. You want to know so much about our belly button. Tell us what to do about it. Can't help it. It's important. It's a nice landmark. It helps you focus on what you need to be doing. Whew, do you feel this stretch? I certainly do. I can tell my hair got wet at walking group. It's a little crazy right now. I did get it cut finally. And release that leg. Go ahead and slide to the front of your chair. One leg forward, heel down, toes up towards the ceiling. Your chest is proud here. We're not trying to touch our toes. Make sure that leg is straight, but the knee is not locked. You should still be able to kind of wiggle that kneecap. Okay? We're hinging forward at the hips, and then you feel that stretch along the whole backside of that leg. Slide forward a little bit if you don't really feel it in your hamstring. Nice deep breath. All right, and switching sides. Other heel forward, toes up towards the ceiling. And we're hinging forward. This is one of the best stretches walkers can do. I know a lot of you have been doing a lot of walking during this quarantine because that's about all we can do. And release. Other leg forward. Ankle crosses over. You can slide that up. If you can get above the knee, you can plant the foot. And I like to just hinge forward, but you can hug that knee. You can apply a little bit of pressure. It's whatever works for you. Should feel that in that hip, outer hip. And release. Let that leg slide on down. Other side. Ankle crosses over. Maybe this side is not quite as flexible and you need to stay right here. That's okay. You can still do a little hinge forward. But if you can get above the knee, you can plant the foot and get that extra stretch here. And don't force it if that leg doesn't want to sit on top of that knee. It's definitely, some people can do it, some can't. And release. And let that leg slide on down. Sitting up tall in your chair, feet firmly on the ground, hands are in your lap, but your shoulders are back and down. We're dropping that chin down to our chest. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck, maybe the upper back. Lifting that chin and looking over your shoulder. Dropping that chin down slowly, and then looking over the other shoulder. Ooh, did you feel that good stretch happen as you rolled that neck down? And roll that chin back down to center. And then lifting, looking straight ahead. Shoulders are still back, still with a good posture. Leaning, tilting that ear towards the shoulder. You can add in the outside arm reach. Reach away. That's going to give you extra stretch along here. Add a little bit of pressure. Only if that feels good. You don't have to add that pressure if it doesn't feel good. And release. Other side. Tilt that ear down. Add in the reach. All right, let's take some nice deep breaths to finish. Inhale up. Exhale smooth. Big deep breath in. And let it all out. Fill those lungs up on this last one. All right, excellent. Thank you all for joining me. Some of you may have seen some of the messages that have gone out. The pool is going to be opening next week, and they've already started enrollment for sign up for your lane at different times and whatnot. So if you're having trouble with that, those of you that are on Facebook, I'll chat a little bit more about it, but those of you on YouTube, I got to sign off here. But message me if that's something that interests you or you know somebody who's interested in getting in the pool. let me know, and I can get you your number if you need your agreement number. And I think a lot of people don't know what that is. So let me know. Jan says, I never thought of my belly button as a landmark. It is. And the medical field uses it as a landmark quite often too. So, and she says, my commentary is priceless. I just say whatever I'm thinking. But I do love all of you, and thank you for joining me today. I will get this is live on YouTube, but I will have to upload it still and make it available to everybody to watch. So I'll probably edit some of it out too, some of the first part. All right, everybody have a great day, and I'll try and do this weekly so that you guys at home have something fresh and new to do each week. All right, have a good week, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. All right, those of you that are on Facebook,